Back to New Day Northwest. If you are a lover of things that are imaginative and a little outside the box, you're going to love our next guest. He's the guy behind a brand new genre of film festival called Make Believe Seattle. It showcases horror, science fiction, fantasy, and so much more. Please welcome to New Day, Billy Ray Brewton. Thank you for being here.
It's my pleasure.
So let's talk about this. How did you come up with this cool idea for a film festival?
I've wanted to do a genre festival of my own for quite a few years, and so once I moved to Seattle in 2021, it was one of the first things in my mind. And it's the Pacific Northwest, which is inherently kind of spooky. So
yes.
It just made all the sense in the world, right?
Why focus on these genres?
Well, you know, genre is sort of a blanket term that's used to describe horror, sci-fi, fantasy, and all of that. And I don't know, I've just always been obsessed with those genres. I've been a horror fan since I was a kid and a sci-fi nerd since I was a kid. And yet I feel like Seattle audiences haven't really been given enough of those genres. And so I wanted to kind of do something a little different from like SIFF or things like that, which are awesome festivals, but don't quite specialize in genre.
And this is what I'm excited about. I'm a huge fan of fantasy, urban fantasy. We've got a lot of great authors in Seattle who do this, so I think it's important. Now, why do you, before we get into some of the films, I just have to ask about the opening night. There's a party called Killers on the Loose Party. Let's talk about this.
That's right. So it is our opening night party. It's at Century Ballroom. We're encouraging all attendees to dress up as their favorite horror movie killer. We'll have a live DJ. It's kind of camp themed.
Okay.
And then people will maybe go missing throughout the evening, and maybe we don't know why, but they'll just disappear. Who knows?
Scary.
We're trying to make, and then we're also going to be telling ghost stories on the microphone at some point.
I don't know. I love fan. I don't know if I'm a little scaredy cat, but I think that would be fun.
I think you could handle some old campfire ghost stories. I think you'd be okay.
All right, let's talk about some of the films. The first film on opening night is called My Parents Were Abducted by Aliens and Now I Kind of Feel Left Out. Love this title. Tell me about this film.
Yeah, so it just premiered at Sundance. Stars Will Forte from SNL, Elizabeth Mitchell from Lost. It's about a girl who moves to this small town, befriends this boy next door who believes his parents were abducted by aliens. And then they go on this sort of John Hughes-esque adventure to try to figure out what happened there. And it's funny and it's fun, and we just thought, why not open a genre festival with a family film?
I love that. All right, the next film is about Little Richard. It's a document. How does this musician movie go into this make-believe film festival?
I get asked this question a lot. So we're trying to broaden the definition of what a genre festival is.
Okay.
And we're called make-believe. And when you think about the words make-believe, who better personifies that than someone like Little Richard, who spent his entire career sort of traversing that world. And it's just a fabulous documentary that really focuses on his influence, his queerness. And yeah, it's just wonderful. It just fit, in my mind, it fit perfectly.
And his music is phenomenal. I can't wait to see all of it. Pursued. This film is having its world premiere here at your festival.
World premiere, yeah. We're really excited about this one. This was the new thriller from the director of The Dorm That Dripped Blood, which is a classic horror film. And it stars Sam Trammell from True Blood. It stars Angus McFadden from Braveheart, Molly Ringwald. Like, it's just packed full of like recognizable faces. It's about this young girl who finds out her mother's dating a new guy, and she goes to cyber stalk him, but accidentally starts stalking a guy with the same name, but who happens to be a serial killer. And so it's really fun, really wild. I think people are going to love it.
Oh, that's cool. I'd actually watch that one. It sounds really...
It's not as horror.
Not as horror, but it's creepy, and I like that.
Yeah.
Life on the Farm.
Life on the Farm. Ooh. It's a documentary from the UK. It's about this family that uncovers this old VHS tape made by one of their neighbors, this like 70-something-year-old guy who is just showcasing his farm. And it's sort of like Grey Gardens meets the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
No, what?
It's so much fun, and it's actually kind of heartwarming in the end, too. So it's one of my favorites of the last few months.
Wait a minute. It's a documentary or is it a film?
It's a documentary. It's a documentary about this old guy who just made these VHS tapes.
Feel-good documentary about death. Is what written on my card.
That's it. It is a feel-good documentary about death.
Okay.
And who doesn't want to feel better about death?
I mean, I preach. Absolutely. You're also going to have a short films program.
Yeah, we have 6 short film blocks, actually, from all over the world. The one I'm most excited about is our animated block. It's called Win, Lose, or Drawn. And it's got some animated films from literally all over the world. We've got, I think we've got one American film, and then it's spread all across and co-presented by Outsider Comics. It's going to be a great block. It's at the Egyptian too, so what better place to see
yeah.
a bunch of animated shorts than the Egyptian theater?
How fun. You're also going to be celebrating some anniversary pieces.
Yep, we've got the 30th anniversary screening of Careful, which is Friday night. It's also when we're giving our Imagination Award to filmmaker Guy Madden, who's going to be joining us for that. And doing a 15th anniversary of a horror film called Make Out with Violence, which is a Southern horror film that I actually kind of discovered over a decade ago back in Alabama.
Really?
So we're going to bring it to Seattle and see if it clicks.
I think it will. I think it will. This
hope
is
so.
interesting. Where are these films going to be playing? Where can people go see them?
It's all in Capitol Hill. Everything is within a 2 to 3 minute walking radius. We're at Northwest Film Forum, SIF Egyptian, Queer Bar, Century Ballroom. Those are our main locations, but you're not going to have to walk more than 2 or 3 minutes to get anywhere during the festival, which was part of it. Yeah.
Well, Billy, I'm so excited that you brought this fun film festival to us, and I can't wait to see so many of these movies.
Yes, I think you'll enjoy it.
Even the scary ones.
Oh yeah, we got
All
some
right.
scary stuff.
Well, the Make Believe Film Festival runs the weekend of March 23rd to the 26th. Don't miss out. Go get tickets. Go find out. All right, well.